Hey guys, guess what? Oh, I totally tore up the set and I'm trying to get it all glued into place. So, we will see what we've got. I had some temporary pieces holding up all the track in the back, and now we are gonna try and get this all together.
Hey cats and kittens, it's a toy car case event at Johnny Roman's Supper Club. It is 3:16 on Old Johnny Clock. Let's see what pulled into our parking lot.
So I was working on this corner last night to get it smooth and supported all the way through. And then I'll do the inner track. I think that's pretty close. I ran out of glue last night, so I've got to glue some things together. Then I got to get these curves so they're going up the edge. Then I've got to maybe recut some of the pieces. As you can see, I've shortened some of these vintage tracks to make it work. So that's where we're at right now. Let's see how this day ends. So I got all my lights turned up so I don't bang my head on them when I climb in there. So I got to get the glue out. So are you familiar with how these work? So you've got your tube of glue or whatever, caulking glue, and this actually right here is a little cutoff thing. So you use that to cut off the tip, and then on your glue gun you've got this little poker thing that actually pokes out the seal so that the glue will come out. Pretty cool, huh? Then you stick it in there, get it in place, and then you pull the handle and it'll get your glue coming out. So there you go. Now remember, you always got to relieve pressure so your glue doesn't just like keep coming out when you're not in use. So glue's ready, pieces are ready. I've got this cool tool. Look at this. Ready? You squeeze it, blade. Pretty sweet. Got my handy dandy drywall saw. And I got some blades. These are hacksaw blades that it's less dust. So it's gonna be a mess in here, but that's okay. Gotta make a mess before it's cool. So let's see where we get. So I think I'm happy with the top part of this track. I actually cut the bracket in here so it's a little lower, so it's not so bouncy right off the starting gate. I might have some little shimming to do under here, but it's pretty tight in here. And now we're going down to the curves. Now this gets kind of tricky in trying to figure out what the best thing to do, but these curves I'm going to try and get on flat pieces so they sit flat, no bounce. And then I've got this little kind of tunnel thing that I pulled out of this piece of styrofoam that I got at work. That they had these things, so it's like a perfect little cover. So I got the glue drying. It's gonna be a lot of little tiny cutting and stuff, but I think that's gonna work pretty good. I've got to cut this edge here. See this edge? It's sticking out. I think that track's got to get a little bit closer, but I got glue on it, so I'll wait till that dries. And here's how I cutting. As you can see, I'm not an engineer, I'm an artist. So I just kind of make it up as I go. And we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I might have to let the glue dry on this a little bit before I move forward, but I'm thinking this could be pretty cool. Awesome. Okay, next installment coming soon. Hey guys, so this is it. I think I'm gonna let the glue dry overnight and we'll take a look tomorrow. I got this second piece in pretty good, I think, but now I gotta figure out a way to, when the cars fall off the ramp, that they will slide out and like come out here. So I'll kind of get that all slanted and slopey, and then once we get, I don't know if I'm gonna paper mache or just paint or what, I'm not quite sure. Paper mache is a thing in our house, so we've done masks and costumes and balloons and all sorts of stuff with that. So I'm thinking this is good right now. So I will see you tomorrow once the glue dries. Oh yeah, I just wanted to say one more thing. I am a super messy guy when I come to work, and I grab pieces and parts just to see what's gonna happen. Got a silly vision in my head and we kind of go with it. So I think this is gonna work out pretty cool. We'll see. Rock on, my friends, rock on. Oh, so I'm trying to glue this up. We'll see what happens. It looks like a chaos here, but there is some rhyme to my reasons here. I gotta trim off this little bit so we can see the tunnel. And so if the cars fall off the loop back here, I'm thinking it'll fall down this ramp and they'll come out here. That's my hopes. There's gaps that I gotta fill up, and I'm putting this up as a little rail because remember, all the cars fall off right here, so I'm gonna have a little rail there and then a ledge along this bottom track so that, again, hopefully the cars won't fall off that and squeeze in between. You never know. So I'm gluing it up. Just came out here for a quick little bit. This is a tricky part right here. It's so goofy. Wait till it's all done. Okay guys, look at this. I came out this morning before work and glued a couple more pieces in to kind of fill in these holes so they don't get lost in the abyss. And I know this looks really messy, but trust me, it's gonna work, I think. I think. So my hands are totally glued up because I'm a messy guy, and I'm trying to put in supports up here and glue those into place so that the track doesn't move when the heavy cars go down, both here and here. So as that comes around the curve, this piece here should hopefully hold it in place. Now I glued the life out of all this stuff and it's all wet right now. So I am gonna let it dry for probably a whole day. And as you can see, the supper club set is kind of whacked and cracked and all jacked. So I don't know when I'll do a car video again, but once this posts, I'll be ready to do car videos. It's been a while, so be patient and we'll be back. One more day, let this dry and set up and see what it looks like. Okay, hang on. So guys, I cleaned up the space of all the dust, and I'm too impatient to actually start cutting and fitting the track together. As you can see, it's not quite working there, but I gotta try this. So here we go. We're going on the farm track and we'll see what happens. Ready, set, go. Oh, it might be too steep on that backside. Because that was a pretty fast one. So, let's see what happens. I'm going to have to cut this edge off here so we can get a good straightaway. Let's try it again. Yeah, that might be tough. All that work and it doesn't work. Let's see. So guys, I got the track all cut and in place. It would have been done a day sooner, but old Johnny didn't take his own advice. I was using this thing instead of my trusted tool, this thing. And I was cutting on this thing to protect, but it slipped off and cut my leg open. Oh, it was a big cut, but Big Mama took care of it. Bled for a little bit, but then it stopped. We put a Band-Aid on it. It's all good. So, don't be cutting with tools that you're not familiar with. When you're familiar with a different tool, and always be careful. But I think I got it all set. You ready? Let's see this. First row now. Sorry, I do have these starter tracks that I got that shows the starting line little sticker that are vintage fun. So here we go. Ready? No lights are on, but that's okay. Sweet, huh? So that comes through the little gate just fine. Now there is a problem on this top track a little bit, but let's take a look. Let's try it again. Oh, it worked that time. Of course, for the camera. So this is good, I think. Right? Now, the tracks racing on this will never be equal because this outside track is much longer. And that's okay. Just as we know that, and that's the cool thing about it. Oh. So, we'll see what happens. Ah, there's something right in here. I glued some pieces on the edge here to kind of act as a guardrail, but it might be hindering the car a little bit. Let's see. Yeah. So we'll figure it out. But it's getting close. That's all I have to say. Pretty cool. So I do want to glue in a couple little fragments to support a little bit better. I cut off a section here, but I think we're looking good. I think either paper mache or something right over the top of all this to kind of tie it all together. And I think we're good. Now I'm hoping to create this area here so if a car falls off at the top, it'll come through this little chute here. We'll see if it works. That's the whole idea, but I think we're ready to race. I'm gonna play with this straightaway, our old racetrack, for a little bit and see what we can come up with that. The other thing I wanted to show you in all my clips, I've got these clear white or white plastic strips, and they are real flimsy compared to the original plastic ones, the purple ones. The purple ones seem to be just a little bit stronger than these plastic ones, these cheapies, so they do say Hot Wheels on them though, I do believe, or something. So just a fun little fact, and here's little pieces and parts of the track that I cut up because I had to fit this just perfect. So that's it. Onto the straightaway. So here's the straightaway. I think this is pretty good. And since I don't have another one of these 2-into-1, so I think I'm just going to do a loop around, and literally it comes right to the edge of my table. But that'll kick it back, so that's kind of cool. And we still got our original raceway for the most part, just minus this one piece. So I'm going to cut some support pieces for this track, and I think we're set. And then we'll test run it. Ready? Let's go. This guy's still sitting on the track. Volkswagen Rabbit. Or a Golf. One of Saul's favorite. And Saul is up and running again. So go check him out at Saul's Diecast Odyssey. So here it is. Oh my, oh my. So I cut these ramps right here. See that? And then I cut this in so that the starting goes kind of straight down into the loop-de-loo. Around to the double shootout. Oh, trying not to show all my mess. Oh, so here is the run. These guys are pretty fast. Remember these two? So we'll see if it works. Kind of. Oh. Oh. Maybe a better car or something. Let's try this Golf. See if he does it. The first lane is kind of whack-a-lack-a-jack-attack. Oh. It's not lining up right. That's what I'm thinking. So let me try it again. Hang on. I remember what it is. This needs to be more secure. So I just put a little piece of styrofoam under there. Now remember, all this styrofoam, again, I'm Cheapy McCheekster. Cheapy McCheekster. I found all this foam insulation in a dumpster on the way home from church one day. Me and Big Mama, Soda Pop, and Trixie, we all pulled over, and they were patient while I dug this out of the dumpster. I got about 3 or 4 sheets of it, and it was plenty. So, again, instead of going out and buying, for me, I'd rather recycle something that I can find, and that's in my budget. So, ready to get racing? Go. See? Setting up these tracks, these guys that have these super elaborate tracks, oh my gosh, I just look at it and go, they are amazing. I mean, I just have a little simply dimply here, and let me tell you, there's a lot of work and physics to make it work right, which is totally cool. So I think we are ready to rock and roll the racing. Oh, except over there. I gotta figure out what the blue blazing is happening there, but we'll fix that. But it is so close, I'll probably put something over there, glue it into place, and let her go for the weekend. But I will show you this video, and we will be set. So it is pretty sweet, cool looking. Now I am gonna put up some things around here that will remind me of certain followers that have been part of our group for a long time. I'm still looking for some other things, people that have been people that have just been so supportive and so helpful and just enjoying cars with the rest of us. So thanks again, guys. I'm gonna post this, and we'll be racing and looking at cars again real soon. I hope you like it. Sorry it's taking so long. So there you go. I glued a much higher wall. You can see the height of the wall compared to the Hot Wheel. So I'll just kind of round out that corner on the top, but it's glued into place, and hopefully we can get that to stay on. Here's the tunnel coming through, which is kind of cool. Like I said, I'm gonna coat this all with something and paint it up. It's not going to be looking gorgeous like some of those racetracks out there, but it'll be cool enough for old Johnny. So this is more about the racing than the track. Someday I'd like to set up a whole track. I was hoping someday to try and figure out to put an HO slot car on the base, little circle with an HO train on the other side so I could show HO cars and trains. But I need more space. I need to win the lottery or something. So if any of you guys win the lottery, why don't you throw a couple million my way when you got, you know, $400 million, and we'll set up a cool track. Ha ha ha. Hee hee. Oh, it's Friday and I can't wait for the weekend. Oh, it was a long week, but a real productive week at work, so that is good. I hope you guys are all staying good and safe, having fun, enjoying life, and enjoying these car collections. Go check out some other YouTube channels on cars. There are so many cool guys out there showing off cars, tracks, all sorts of things. They got so much knowledge and wisdom. It is great. Okay, we will talk at you. I hope you enjoy this. I think I'm calling her done. Oh, so well done for now. It's all glued into place and ready to race. Remember, rock on, my friends, rock on.
I know you're a toy car case guy out there. It is 3:16 on Old Johnny Clock. Let's see what pulled into our parking lot. Hit that subscribe button and you won't miss out. Don't you wish you had that? This is the place to be!